Hi, this is Manish Pandey. In this video we'll talk about release manager. We'll talk about how to create package, how to modify package, how to delete package, how to create release, how to export release, and how to import release. So first we'll talk about why do we need that package, why do we need this release here. So you know about the release, whenever we are working on a project and we need to move that project from one environment to another environment, we need our all the development packages. It means all the solutions codes which we have, we need to move from one environment to another environment. Environment means in the company, in the real scenario, we have three environment: development, UAT, production. So we have three environment. So if you are working on a development environment and you have completed your development, then if you want to do the testing, that UAT, then you need to move all the projects. You have queues, schedules, process, objects, customize objects, everything, environment variables. You need to move all these things to the UAT, and then you can do the testing on that one. So here you need to make a release and then you can move to the another environment. Then if UAT completed, then you will move that to the production. So again you need that package, and then you can create a release and you can move to that. This release manager helps us to create a package and move our projects from one environment to another environment. I have this process, Centrix Data Solution. This is Windows application, and I have completed this one in the development. Now I need to move this complete process to the UAT. So how can I do that? Let me show you. So how can we create a package and how can we create a release and move to that. So this is my process. So to create a package, you need to click on releases. Then here you can see there is one option, package overview, and right side you will see all the packages that you have. Now right click on this, you are getting one option, that is new package. Second option, you can also create from here. Click on this and click on create. Let me click on new package. Your package name will be same as your process name that you are going to move from this environment to UAT environment or UAT to production, right? So I'm going to put here Centrix Data Solutions package. Click next. Here you can put all the description. So I can write Centrix. Now click on next. Now here you can see, here we can configure our package. We just need to drag and drop this component right side. So first I need this Centrix Data Solutions. This is the process. I need this. Second, I need object. So I will take this one. Now you'll see here we have three more objects. I will move that also here. So I need all these things here. Now we need a queue also, because in this process whenever I will run that, I need one queue. So instead of creating, I can drag and drop this queue here. Now I don't need currently any calendar, but if I have updated my calendar based on that process, based on that client, so I'll take this also and I update here. If I have not updated, if I am not using this calendar, so no need to take that. Now I need schedule also. I have created a schedule, so I'll take that. Now I need environment variable, so I need all these things, so I can just drag and drop the main directly, this one. Now here I have one credentials, so if you have just one, you can drag and drop all these things at once. Otherwise you can just pick the specific one and I can move that. So I can just move here, Now tiles I have not created for that process. Dashboard also I have not created for this. So to run this process, Centrix Data Solutions, I need this process, I need objects, I need that queue so that you can add items to queue and get items from queue, and I need calendars. If I need to run on the schedule, I need this schedule, I need this calendar, I need this environment variables and this credential so that board can log in into that application. Now I have moved all the components into this side, and now I can click on next, so it will create a package. So package is just a combination of all the required components. Now click finish. Now here you can see we have created that package. Now left side, if you click on this one, then you will see here this packages details. You can see from here, you can see here we have process, objects, queues, calendars, schedules, environment variables and credentials. Now right side we have two options, modify package and new release. So that if you are working on any change request, then you need to modify your package, then you can directly modify that. No need to create this package every time. You can just click on this modify, again go back here, click next, and you can choose that a specific, if you have a specific one, and then you can update that. Now it will modify that one. Here you can see your package name and the package details, what other components we have here. Now we have created package. Now sometime if you need to delete that package, so you can right click on this and you can delete this package and you can modify from here. Now you can see there are three more: new release, import release and verify release. We'll also talk about export release. Here we have new release, so you can click from here, or you can right click and click on this new release. Now click on that. Here you can put the name. Now click next. Now you need to put your release notes. So what you are doing in this release, why you are going to create a new release, you need to update that. It means if this is just a new first time you are publishing, first time you are releasing this one, you can just update, like you have published that and now you are ready to run in the UAT, you are ready to run in the production, and you have just completed development, like that. Now click next, and you can see here we are going to create our release to the specific folder, and that will be your local computer, local folder. So it will store in the program files. By default it will take the specific that folder, but you can store, you can save on your desktop as well. So release name will be Centrix Data Solutions _ release.bp release. You can put here date, today's date when you have released that one. So date is 17th July. So you can write like this 1707/2021, and now you can save that. So it will save with the file type BP release. So this is Blue Prism release. Now click save, click next. Now it is working on to create that release, and now this has been, you can see now here we can see all the releases. This is the package and this is the release that we created against this package. Whenever you will create a new release, you will see here that new release here. Now go to desktop and you can see here this is the release that we just created, Centrix Data Solutions release today's date. Now let's say you have moved this one to the production, that is working, but now you have received a CR on that and you have worked on your package, you have modified that. Now you can click on this new release, enter the release name, that your process name Centrix Data Solutions _ release, and you can put the date so that date will be different, right? Not same day. So you can put the date here. Now click next, and now this time you'll update that. Click next, click next, finish, and now you can see here the first release, that was the original one. Second release that you created, that was for the change request. So we have one package, but we have created multiple release on that same package. There's no need to create every time another package. Do not do that one. Just modify, if required, just modify your package so that you will have the updated package every time available here, and then just create a new release and update the release notes. Here also you can see these are the releases details. You can see from here, this is the package details. If you click on first release, you see these are the data we are moving, components we moved, and this is the release description, and created on this date, created by this user. Now second release, this is for added sleep action and increased wait time, and now moving to UAT. So by this way we can create a release, and you can see here in the desktop we have two release, and that file name is this one .bp release. Now what will be the use of this release, what we can do here now, right? So if we have this release, you can do multiple things, right? Let's say you are going to uninstall that one and you are going to install a new again. So what will happen? Now you have this release as a backup, right? So you can take this as a backup, you can import that release, and you can start working on that one, right? Your data will not be loose. So this release, this type of like create a package and moving as a release, we can also use this as a taking a backup file. So you can take a backup and you can store somewhere, or you can send this file to someone, to your team member, so they can access that BP release, or they can start working on that release also. Now second use of this one, you have created release. Now you need to move this to the another environment. So you will just copy this, or you send an email to that production environment email, or like UAT environment machine email, or like you will copy as a space to that environment, and you can import that file, this release, and you can start running that one. There is no problem, right? You just need to send an email to that specific environment email, or you need to move that on the share location. Now let's say you are on the now UAT environment and you need to import that so that you can run your boot. So how can you import that? So from this file, click on file, and there is option import, and then second option release/skill. So we can click on release, and then it is asking us to choose the input file. So click on browse, select the specific release that you want to import into your that specific Blue Prism environment. Now click this one, click open, click next, and now you can see here it is saying that we are going to now override, because we already have this one in our release. So once we'll click next, it will override that. So we already have this process here in this studio, so I don't want to import that, otherwise it will again override the same things. But if you don't have in your UAT environment that, because you have another instance of BP Blue Prism in that environment, in development you have other. If you are moving to the UAT, you need to log in with a different environment, and you log in there, and then again you need to import that, because you will not have the same process. Again you will move to the production, you will not have the same one, you need to import that. So again you will just import that, and you will have all these details, and you can start running that one. Now here also we have a export new release. So as I shown you that if you want to create new release, you can do it from here. Right click, new release, and then export new release. So there are three options you can do from here. You can create a new release. Now there is one option here, you can see, right click, verify release. So if we'll select that a specific release, so here we have release file, you can open this, click next, and it will verify that any difference that you have or not. So it says that no difference found, release is up to date. It means it will check with that a specific release, a specific file, a specific release also, and it will say that okay, there is no changes, there is no difference, you can start using that one. So you can verify like that. Now if you have change, then it will say that okay, there is a change in this environment. Whatever file that currently you have and whatever release that you are going to import, it has the difference. So you can check that, and based on that you can think about that you need to import that or not. So verify and then import. So this is the use of release manager, and by this way we can move our projects from one environment to another environment. I hope you like this. Thank you.